Hello everyone. In this video, I will cover features of Java, or we can say the Java buzzwords. The features of Java language. Java is basically first features of Java is simple. Java is a very simple language. The syntax is basically based on the C++ language. So it is easier for the programmer of a C++ to learn Java after learning the C++. If you are not knowing the C++ language, then also it is easy to learn. It removed the many confusing statements like confusing and features like explicit pointers, operator overloading in this language. No need to remove the free memory space and unused memory space of an object, because this Java uses the automatically memory management concept, and it is called as a Java garbage collection concept, which automatically removes the unused memory occupied by the objects. So developer never need to worry about the deallocation of the memory. That's why Java is a simple. Java is again, second feature of Java is object oriented language. Now, object-oriented language means we organize our whole software as a collection of different type of objects, and that object incorporate with the data and behavior both. Object-oriented mechanism and object-oriented programming language is a methodology basically that simplifies your software development and maintenance by providing some rules. You can simplify your programming and you can increase the reusability if you are using the object oriented programming methodology in your software development. The basic concept of OOPs are object oriented programming. The full form of OOP is object oriented programming is object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. In next video, I will cover this whole OOP features very deeply, right? The basic concept of OOP language, basic features of OOP language is object, classes, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Now, because of these features, you can reuse your code, you can easily extend your code, you can easily behave your object, you can provide the behavior or object differently. The third feature of Java language is platform independent. This thing I have already covered in the previous video. Java basically uh, generates the bytecodes, and this, because of this bytecode, Java is a platform independent language. A platform, that means a hardware or software environment on which you run your program. Java is a platform independent because Java code can be run on multiple platforms like Windows, Linux, Sun, Solaris, Mac OS systems. This bytecode is a platform independent. The code, because it can be run on multiple platforms, and you can run it, write once and run anywhere in your because it uses the concept of Vora, right? Because of this bytecode, this Java is a platform independent. Fourth feature of Java is secured, because there is no explicit pointer and the programs run only inside the virtual machine sandbox memory only. That's why Java is secure. Java class loader adds the extra security by separating the package for the classes and the local file system from those that are imported from the network resources. Java bytecode verifier checks the code fragments for illegal code that can violate access rights to object. It automatically checks whether this access is allowed or not, whether this object access is allowed or not. Security manager, it determines what resources A class can access such a reading and writing to the local disk. This security are provided by Java language itself. Some security can also be provided by application developer through the SSL program, SSL concept, JAS concept, and cryptographic concept. The fifth feature of a Java language is robust. Robust, that means a strong language. Java is a robust language because of the two reasons. One reason is it is having strong memory management concept. It automatically checks the memory which is not longer required in the program, and it is occupied by the object. When objects are unused in your program, it automatically detects it memory and automatically remove it. And there are lack of pointers that avoids the security problem, and there is a automatic garbage collector mechanism. And this automatic memory management concept, because of this automatic memory management concept, Java is a robust language. And second reason for the robustness is it is having the exception handling concept. It checks your code 2 times. If you having any compile time error, then you will get that compile time error, and if you have any runtime error, then also you can check by using the concept and mechanism of exception handling. Exception handling mechanism having some keywords try, catch, finally, throws. By using these keywords, you can provide the programming, and you can handle the runtime error also in your program. That's why, because of these two reasons, automatic memory management and exception handling mechanism, Java becomes strong language and it is the robust language. The sixth feature of Java is architectural neutral. This is no implementation dependent feature available in Java. That means the code that you have developed previously for the JDK 1.5, JDK 1, that can be run inside the newly available JDK also. That means it is an architectural neutral. It always give the surety your code will always run for the newer JDK. There is no implementation dependency feature available in Java, like size, primitive types. Java is portable. The seventh feature, we can carry this Java bytecode to any platform, and we can run this Java bytecodes on any platform. That's why Java is a portable. The next feature is Java is a interpreted but high performance, and this is because of, we have already learned, because of the JIT concept. Though Java is the interpreter, then also it is fast. Java is faster because of the traditional interpretation concept. This is the JIT concept. Since the bytecode is close to native code, still somewhat slower than the compiled language, but it is faster, not slow like a actual interpreter. Actually, interpreters are slow, but Java uses the concept of JIT. That's why it gives us the high performance. Java is a distributed. Distributed means you can create such an application that incorporate, that communicate with more than one machine and generates the output. You can execute the function which is available on the different computers, and both the computers are connected with each other using the internet or intranet. You can invoke any object. You can invoke any object which is available on the different computer by using the concept of RMI, remote method invocation, and by using the concept of EJB, enterprise Java bin concept. This RMI is basically, you can invoke method on the remote object. Remote, that means object is available on the different computer, not on the home computer. These two are the concept of Java. By using that concept, you can create the distributed kind of application, and we can may access the file by calling the methods from any machines which is available in a internet, right? So you can invoke any method which is available on internet computers. And the last feature is Java is a multi-threaded language. Multi-threaded language, that means it is a, you can create the multiple threads and thread executes concurrently, simultaneously, parallelly. A thread is like a separate program. It works like a separate program. It executes concurrently, parallelly, so that you can generate your execution very fast. You have to divide your whole application in such a small task, and you can create the multiple threads, and all threads work together concurrently and generates the output, and that that generated output you will get very fast. We can write the Java program that deal with many tasks at once, and by defining the multiple threads, right? And the main advantage of multi-threading is that it shares the same memory space. The multiple threads always shares the common memory space, and for that they all are using common memory space, so that if you are using multi-processing programming, if you are using multi-threading programming, the space required for the multi-threading programming will be less compared to multi-processing programming. And threads are important for the multimedia application creation and web application creation. In multimedia application, just think about your application having the streaming concept. You are downloading your audio or video file. At the same time, you are playing that file. At the same time, you are showing the current status of a minutes and seconds and remaining time on your application. So in multimedia application, at the same time you are doing so many tasks: streaming, then displaying video, playing the audio sound also, displaying the time remains and time completed on the same screen. This multiple tasks in a single process, this can be done only by using the multi-threading programming. This Java having the multi-threaded programming concept available, so that you can create multi-threaded programming by using the Java. In web application concept, in web application, you are creating the servers, and server responding to the client request at the same time. If multiple client accessing the same server, at that time server have to reply to all the requested clients. For that, you must have the multi-threading concept. If you don't have the multi-threading concept, then if server serving one client, then another client have to wait on the machine, and another client will never get the output if one client is already serving by the client server machine, and server can only communicate with the single client program. Whenever you are accessing a web application, you are always getting the output, though your friends are also accessing the same website. Yes or no? Your friends are accessing the same website at the same time, then also all we are getting the output at the same time. The reason behind that is server using the concept of multi-threading, and server replies us in a form of parallel communication, and they replies us by creating the threads, and all the clients getting the output from the different threads. Now because of this threading concept, this web application creation is possible, right? So this is the last feature of the Java language. Though, let me conclude all the features. First is a simple, second is a object oriented, third is a platform independent, fourth is a secured, fifth is a robust, Sixth is a architectural neutral. Seventh is a portable. 8 is a interpreted but high performance. 9 is a distributed, and 10th is a multi-threaded. These all are the features of a Java language, and it is also called the buzzwords of Java. Okay. Thank you all of you.